What's up, guys? Listen, they know it's their last straw when it comes to you. Because listen, the way that God is bringing himself to you and keeping you close to him and protecting you, there's no way in hell he will allow your enemies to prosper over you, especially when it comes to their evil schemes. Many of you have people that are seeking vengeance out on you simply because you have been professing God's name and you've been doing things for the Most High, and they see it. And it's causing them to have this fury inside of them, like this witchcraft that they're trying to do against you is not going to work. It may have slid past you a little bit in the past, but the way God is working in this season, it's cleanup season. God is cleaning up a lot of things that your enemies have been trying to prosper against you. They've done their little wicked spells, their evil incantations. They've done all the things that they could do to try to drain your energy, to drain your life away, wishing evil upon you. But this is the time that Spirit is bringing you out of this. Let's read Psalms 40. I waited patiently for the Lord to help me. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the pit of despair, out of the mud and the mire. He set my feet on solid ground and steadied me as I walked along. I was laying in bed last night and there was a vision that came to me because I was just like literally laying down and speaking to God, like in my inner self, asking him to help me. You know, when we get to that point to where you just cry out to God and you like, God, I know it gotta be something that you can do to help me in my situations. So a vision came over me and I started to think. God gave me the verse, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, and I will fear no evil. So the vision that came to me was a valley. It was a dark alley, and there was like all of these, and it's crazy because I slept in this shirt here. And it says no ghost, right? So there was all these like dark creatures that were inside of this dark alley, and I'm like walking, and I'm seeing God, like in the vision, holding my hand as we're walking through the valley. These creatures were trying to get at me, but God was holding my hand. He was with me the whole time, and so I'm walking towards it. And it takes a long time because like in a vision like that, you're like, it's taking a long time for me to get out of this valley. But he's holding my hand the whole time. So as I continue to walk, I get to like, it looks like a tunnel, but it's a tunnel with light. So when I get to the light, there's all my beautiful ancestors clapping. I couldn't literally see their face, but God spoke and said, those are your ancestors. So I'm walking through the dark valley, get to the tunnel where there's light, and there's all of my ancestors just on each side clapping their hands like they're proud of me, and I'm coming through, and it's so beautiful and glorious. And so after the vision, God spoke to me and told me that he told me to look back. I was looking at the dark valley. I could still kind of see the alley, and I'm looking back and I'm seeing, like, he shows me these individuals who were doing everything they wanted to do, like, how we do when we doing what we want to do in this life, when we choose our own will. So I'm looking back and I see a person doing their own thing here, right? And I'm seeing somebody just like sitting down, and they had their little there was sage, and they're saging their space, but they're choosing to sit there. And in that valley, like, they didn't care because I guess they felt like they wanted to just face the fear and just like they could do it for themselves. With the sage, the creatures were coming after them. They would do the sage and they would bag back, but they would come right back. It's like every time they did their little sage, those creatures would leave for a second but come right back. And so there were other people doing their own thing, and it was basically the same thing. So after God showed me that, he just spoke. He said, those are the people that choose to feel like they can do this life on their own. They think that they can use whatever they can other than him to get rid of whatever darkness or whatever trials in life that they can, obviously trying to do it on their own. But all of these things kept coming back. everything kept coming back. So he was showing me that as long as you allow me to direct your path and walk with you, keep continuing to hold my hand, continue holding my hand, and I will protect you, and I will lead you out of this. It may take yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That was the shadow of death. That was the valley. I will fear no evil. So as I'm continuing, God is speaking, saying that, listen, these people are doing it their own way. But you hold my hand. You continue to hold my hand, and I got you. So this is why I'm telling you, those that are speaking and doing their witchcraft spells, doing their evil works against you simply because you are holding on to God's hand, there's nothing that they can do in this time. So what I'm saying to you is God is holding you. As long as you continue to hold on to his hand and you allow him to do what he needs to do in your life, you good. The people that are against you, forming all these weapons against you, they can form them, but the thing about it is, as you look into that vision that I showed you I had, they can't do nothing to you. There's nothing in this world that they can do, because Spirit, Father God has you, and your ancestors are also cheering you on. They like, I know you got this. Continue walking with the Lord. Continue walking with him. And it's crazy because, some Christians say we shouldn't be about our ancestors, but God showed me that for a reason. Even in his word, he talks about our ancestors, walking with him, and how they were, some of them, they did what the Lord wanted him to do, but some of them didn't. And so that was just the whole direct vision to show me that they're cheering us on. They want us to know that they're proud of us, that we're continuing to walk with God. He wants us to know that. He wants us to know we got a team of people that are cheering us on as we continue to walk with him. And look, no more of these. No more ghosts. No more, none of that stuff that they sending you, that evil, those evil things they've been sending your way. God says, I am protecting you from that. You no longer have to walk alone. Just keep holding my hand. Those things that formed in the darkness, he's pulling you up out of it, and they can't touch you. They're being held back, just like this shirt. They're being held back. They cannot get to you. But as long as those that are coming up against you with those evil things and evil intentions, those ill wishes, those spells, those word curses that they're sending against you, those very attacks that the enemy sends to try to get you to turn your way back to him, to go your own way. See, if those people continue doing that, God is showing me that they cannot continue to keep those things away. There's nothing holding those evil things that they're doing. There's nothing holding it back. It has no way of knowing who to go to, especially when you're covered. If you're covered by God and you're still holding his hand, there's a stop sign. You can't come. There's a block, baby. It's been blocked by the Lord, baby. You hear me? So as you continue to walk, know that your enemies can't do it. Because those very same attacks that they sending against you, God is holding those things back away from you, because you're still holding his hand. But those things have to go back to the sender. There's no way that it can come to you again. So understand, there's a valley and it's dark, but God is holding your hand. He's always with you. And as you continue to walk along that way with him, trusting in him, trusting in knowing that the Lord is with you, you'll have no way of being touched. And at the end of the tunnel, you get to the light. You're going to see it all. You're going to see who was always with you, who was always cheering you on. The beautiful light. Even though you was in the darkness, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. There's no reason for you to fear anything anymore. Fear is not of God. Fear is of the devil. And that's why he has that place in the darkness, to try to bring fear into your life, to scare you off, to keep you from going. But as that vision was shown, continue holding on. They can't touch you no more. The weapons may form, but it ain't gonna touch you. It won't work. It won't work. God is putting a stop and a block against all the evil that's been sent against you. Everything that's been placed against your name, those evil altars that had your name on it, it's blocked. It's nothing they can do anymore. So keep walking by faith. Keep holding on to God's hand, because he got you, baby. He got us. The chosen ones are good, and we got everybody cheering us on. So keep walking, y'all. Keep on going. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, peace, love, and lights.